All right then. Issue 30 of Stormbringer. Now, I have been curious about this issue for a while now. Although I didn't know what issue these were coming, I knew they were coming eventually, and that is the second set of Hobgrot slitters. Now, the reason I'm thinking about this is going back to. Let me cast my back. One of the earlier issues, you got some Hobgrot slitters. When I was putting them together, I noticed that there was a huge amount of parts of the kit that you didn't use, and I was like, oh wow, that'll be amazing, because I might be able to convert them for for some other purpose. So maybe if I build a bit of terrain, they can be part of the terrain or anything like that. And then someone put in my YouTube feed when I was talking about that, basically don't do that, because when the parts that you don't use, you might need later on. When your next set of Hobgrot slitters come. So here's the good news: it's not an issue. You actually get the complete set again, and I am 100% certain, without a doubt, that when I put these Hobgrot slitters together, you are going to use the alternative poses that we didn't use last time round. So the alternative banner, the alternative leader, the alternative musician. So the good thing is, we also get all of the other bodies. Now, what I plan on doing with that is, eventually, when I actually have the time, I want to build a kind of a cruel boy set of terrain, like maybe a modular fortress that I can move around, and I want to be able to incorporate parts of this to kind of create them as part of the scenery. So I'm going to use that. So I thought it's worth bringing this up. So these are the models. We've had them before. There was a worry based upon something that someone told me, that you might not get the full kit again and you might need them. It looks like we don't, and so it means that all of those spare parts from the first kit are genuinely spare parts, so I'm really pleased about that. Okay, so I don't need to show you the models again because I've gone through that, but I'm going to actually show you the build, even though I've built them once before, because it's using different poses. Now let's have a look at issue 30. Oh dear, someone has been careless putting this magazine into or at least maybe transporting it, because it's got a rip on it. Not happy with that, but at least it's only gone through the front cover, it hasn't gone further in. We appear to have on the front what looks like potentially a female chaos warrior by the look of her. Again, it tells you about your 10 slitters. Yep. And then it's talking about slated artists. There does seem to be a theme at the moment with a lot of chaos coming along and talking about chaos. So we don't get any chaos models with Stormbringer. I'm assuming that a premium thing later on, they'll probably try and send me one, and I'm going to get it. But so we're really delving into the lore of chaos at the moment. Now, yeah, the forbidden magic of chaos, and the different types of sorcery that you can come across. So you've got like this acceptable spells, which is going to be like the winds of magic. Then you've got the uncivilized sorcery of what looks like the Oruks, and then we've got the demonic magic. So it's actually quite interesting. I like, magic's just always interesting to read about. Okay, what else have we got here? Ooh, a story, a new story about the Duradin, the actual dwarves, so the Caradron Fire Slayers and the Dispossessed, which is quite cool. So yeah, I do love anything. You've got to love anything like Dwarven in Ethos, and it's quite an interest. So yeah, it's like a stories basically about the Doradin. So I'm gonna really enjoy reading that. Okay, then we get the traditional how to build things, and as you might guess, how to paint things. Then moving on, a few more rules about how to actually play the game. Objective markers, so that'll be something interesting to look through. Basically, something, a position to basically hold and control. Objectives. And a pitched battle, the Caravan of Carnage. So that should be quite an interesting one as well. Uses both battle mats in order to run it. And you get, so in the back here you get some objective markers. Now, as you can see, they are physically worked into the back cover. So in order to use them, you've got one of two choices here. My advice is take a colour photocopy so you're not cutting into your magazine. But you can do if you want to. You can just cut them out. But I think I'll probably take a colour photocopy. I'm pretty certain that somewhere in the... I'm pretty certain that somewhere in this it actually clearly states you're not allowed to copy things, but just to make you very well aware, I'm pretty certain that under the copyright law you are allowed to take one copy of anything that you have bought. So basically I'm pretty certain that doing a quick photocopy of that is not going to get you into trouble. Yeah. I have the rather boring job of a computer science teacher. No, it's not. I love my job. Anyway, but the point being that I'm pretty certain that you're fully within your right to photocopy that and not get in trouble. Right then. And I'm not going to get in trouble for saying that on YouTube. I'm 100% certain that that is the law. In fact, I know that's the law. Okay, moving on from there. We're looking at coming up. So I just want to end this on looking at coming up. We've got vigilators, so they look like basically ranged stormcasts. So they've got bows by the look of it, all of them, and they've also what looks like a kind of long sword as well. And then on top of that, on issue 32, we've got lots of Moon Clan shooters, as they're called, from the Gloomspire kit. So I'm looking forward to that as well. That's a big unit, actually, by the look of it. Look at that. So it looks like there's 20 though, doesn't it? There's 20 of those. So that's really good. Yeah, I love you. But then again, a unit of 10 gobbos, a unit of 10 grots is just going to get slaughtered anyway. So you need loads of them to get the job done. So I'm looking forward to that as well, because I love anything gobbo. Right. So there we go. That's all of my latest Stormbringer issues. As I said, you can probably see from the camera that I'm starting to a bit worn out at the moment. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed these little reviews. Please like and subscribe to them, and I will see you for the build videos coming up within hopefully over the weekend.